character in Mad Men's second season it went a lot further than the character did in the first season. And as an actress, how do you deal with seeing something that surprises you?
Well, everything about the show surprises me because we get the material literally a day or two before we shoot it. So it's very spontaneous. You're not given the time to overthink anything. So it works. But unlike a film where you have a script and you have a beginning and end and hopefully an arc or something, you don't know where the character's going. So you just kind of have to go with it. And I enjoy it just like an audience member. It's surprising, but it's exciting, and you don't know what you're going to do next.
So that's by design that you're getting this a day in advance.
Yeah.
To keep you nice and edgy and erotic.
Yeah, the great and powerful Oz.
I think, sometimes I think they'd like to have it.
Yeah.
They'd like to have it sooner. I think it's really the writing process. It's hard for them to make those deadlines. At least that's been my experience.
We have it on the day. We'll get it sometimes, and that I go a bit mental. I get kind of, but you have to let it go because there's nothing I can do.
Well, I know the writers having to answer to the network,
That's
or
right.
the note session just keeps going. The writer thinks they have it, and this is great what we're going to do for you this week, and then it gets to the network, and then they hit them with all these notes, and that's how you end up. I know for us, that's how we end up getting things late.
In my case, the writer has probably the whole season written, and he just doesn't tell us.
Oh my goodness.
And he likes that.
That's different.
And he likes being able to shock us and just make us kind of act on instinct. And
Not like screwing with your head a little bit.
yeah, you could say that. And
Lauren, you said that seemed a little frustrating.
Well, no, what I mean is that I think for Prayers for Bobby, I did have the script for a month. And the way we were shooting, I realized later I should have said something about this, but I was so busy I didn't have a chance. But in the story, my son commits suicide, and because of the way the schedule, the one thing I said is, I'd love to do it, but can we work chronologically? And they said absolutely. Of course, that was the first thing to go. But what I realized with the schedule by the last week was, the schedule was sort of like, my son was dead, my son was alive, my son was dead, my son was alive, my son was dead, my son was alive, and finally the last week I thought, maybe I can request, can I just have my son alive for the morning, and maybe, so you're not kind of going like this. But the idea that I wouldn't have the time to kind of prepare the arc so I kind of knew where I was working out of continuity, that, I think that's wonderful that you can do that. I would find that a big adjustment, I think.